Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to That Effing Guys Movie News Roundup episode 5. That'd be a good thumbnail actually. There we go. So, today is also the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, the greatest Star Wars film of all time. Now you're probably thinking, Jordan, why? We celebrated this yesterday. No, Mon Sherry. We celebrated the UK release yesterday. Today is the US release. So the great thing about being a Star Wars fan and also being a fan of The Empire Strikes Back, fuck, I love The Empire Strikes Back, is the fact that we can celebrate it twice in a row. Yesterday and today. So yeah, may the force be with us all again. Yeah. And on to other news. So today we're going to discuss Scream 5 casting, Star Trek TV shows and films, and one other thing that's on the bottom of my page. Yes, Star Wars again. Why not? So David Arquette, and obviously if you don't know who that is, get the fuck out of here. David Arquette plays Sheriff Dewey Finn in the Scream franchise. So there's a lot of talk about a new Scream film happening. Scream is happening with the Ready or Not directors, or the directors of Ready or Not. It's Scream 5, a Scream Legacy sequel, a Scream reboot. I mean, it's a reboot, but it's like Halloween 2018. It's a reboot, but it also shares the same universe as the previous Scream films, or maybe just the first and second one, and then just like take out the third and fourth one. I don't know. I mean, I appreciate all the Scream films. I think all 4 of them are deemed impressive. I love them all. I think they're all brilliant. The first one obviously is like the greatest. Obviously we know that. And then Scream 2 is like, oh. But Scream 3 and 4, I love them. They're fun. They're goofy. They're different feel. So I'll take anything. I mean, I loved the very first season, 2 seasons of the Scream series. So good. Ended on a cliffhanger. Never got the ending we wanted. And then this Scream 3 series, Scream Series 3, Scream Resurrection, whatever the fuck it's called, shite to me know about. Just came in pissed all over the ashes basically. And ruined the Wes Craven legacy. I mean, it ruined not only the Scream legacy, but the Wes Craven legacy. I've seen bits of it, and it just looks like a pile of shite. And obviously, as we know, this new Scream reboot, Scream 5, what the fuck you want to call it, is going to honour the Scream legacy, and most importantly, Wes Craven's legacy. Rest in peace, Wes Craven. Greatest horror director of all time. Well, one of them anyway, because obviously John Carpenter, obviously. I mean, they're both equal. They've both got different just tastes in horror genre. Different tastes, so beautiful. One is like the dream catcher, and one is a stalker catcher, killer. But then Screams are... Anyway, so David Arquette is returning to the new Scream film as Dewey. And he had actually commented, he's a quote from him. He said that he's thrilled to be playing Dewey again and reunite with the Scream family, old and new. So he's acknowledging the old cast and the new cast. Kevin Williamson, obviously from the old Screams, is coming back to write the new script, so we know it's going to be absolute gold, alongside obviously the directors of Ready or Not, who, if you have not seen that film, it's a good fucking film. Strange, goofy ending, but it's a good fucking film. And he's saying that obviously Scream is a big part of his life, and he, for fans and himself, and he's looking forward to honouring the Wes Craven legacy. So straight away you know, it's exactly what Neve Campbell has said. This new film, this new script is honouring not only the Scream legacy, but the Wes Craven legacy. And that is the most important thing you want to do when you take a legacy, a franchise from, obviously, a patron of Hollywood, a master of the arts and film, who's obviously sadly passed away, no longer with us. You want to appreciate his legacy, appreciate his life, and carry that legacy on. Now, obviously, some people are like, nah, not watching Scream 5, nah, I'm not watching another Freddy Krueger. But the thing is, so, they would appreciate that the legacy gets passed on to a whole new generation. We're not here to talk about Freddy Krueger, but like a new Freddy Krueger film is going to happen. A Nightmare on Elm Street will happen again. I mean, the rights went back to the Wes Craven household name, and they're just looking to see who gives the better pitch, basically. So hopefully Freddy will rise again, be back in our dreams before you know it. I mean, Halloween's back, Friday the 13th is on the move. Obviously we need Freddy back in. We need the third member of the icon of horror. Next we'll talk about Star Trek. So Star Trek is a funny franchise because the new CBS All Access Star Trek streaming universe is gold. Star Trek Picard was beautifully written. It didn't feel pushed, didn't feel like just shove the old man back in the suit and just make it a Picard now. It just feels so natural, so beautiful. It's a great series. If you've not watched it, get fucking watched. It's on Amazon Prime. If you're in America, it's on CBS All Access. Same goes to Star Trek Discovery, which is set 10 or so years before Captain Kirk and Spock, etc. Although Spock is in it. Spoilers. Star Trek Discovery is a fantastic series as well. It's a whole new platform of Star Trek, a whole new shit. It's just so good. It's so cinematic, so brilliant. Again, it's on Netflix, get it watched, or CBS All Access if you're in America. So with Star Trek Discovery, they're doing a spin-off with Captain Pike, Anson Mount's character, Captain Pike. Christopher Pike, obviously, as we know from the Star Trek lore, Star Trek universe, Star Trek, legacy, etc., is spinning off into his own universe, his own series to helm the Enterprise for the next step of Captain Pike's life, which obviously then goes on to Captain Kirk taking over, etc, etc, etc. So with that, Rebecca Romijn is returning as number 1, and Ethan Peck is returning as the young Spock. And insiders, again, love the insiders, there's speculation that the CBS Star Trek producers, I keep saying producers are looking to at some point reboot the Spock and Kirk era, and then have Kirk and Spock being like the front runners of the next stage, the next phase of the CBS Star Trek universe. So that's exciting as shit. Simon Pegg has also come out and said he loves the Star Trek TV universe. He thinks it's fantastic, so well written, so cinematic, so beautiful. It's stunning, it's visual, it's colourful, it's just Star Trek. I love it. I think the TV universe is so good. And it's making me want to love this more than the film universe, because obviously, as we know, the film universe over at Paramount Studios has had a lot of flack recently. There's a Star Trek 4, there's not a Star Trek 4. There's a Star Trek 5, there's no Star Trek 5. There's a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek, there's no Quentin Tarantino Star Trek. Chris Pine drops out, Chris Pine drops back in again. Chris Hemsworth comes in, There's just so many. Like, even the latest news I heard was Jennifer Lawrence was supposed to be playing the role of number 1, which is played by Rebecca Romijn in Star Trek Discovery, and now Star Trek Strange New Worlds, which is the new Christopher Pike series. How cool is that? Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Such a good title. I mean, I've got multiple titles in my head. I mean, I remember I wrote a small story, plot synopsis years ago, and I called it Star Trek Galaxies. And it's pretty cool. I liked it. So, CBS, call me. So yeah, Simon Pegg he said he appreciates the new Star Trek universe, and he does say that Star Trek is more suited on TV. I mean, it started on TV, so it should just end on TV. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to see Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Carl Urban, Zoe Saldana. I want to see them all come out. Simon Pegg, obviously, as well. He plays, obviously, he plays Scotty. Montgomery Scott in Star Trek, then the J.J. Abrams universe, or the J.J. Abrams that started the universe, the Kelvin timeline. I'd love to see a continuation from that. I'd love to see a Star Trek 4, Star Trek 5. I mean, there's big things happening for Star Trek 4, like it was going to be George Kirk, Chris Hemsworth from Star Trek 09 was going to come back and join forces with James T. Kirk. How cool would that have been? I mean, that is a true Star Trek legacy. That is a true Star Trek Generations. Not Picard and Kirk, it's Kirk and Kirk. Oh! But obviously, that's not going to happen. Well, we don't know. And now moving over to Star Wars, again! So, Timothy Olyphant, as we know, obviously, has joined the cast of the Mandalorian. I keep saying Mando Series 2, because I call it Mando. Well, everyone calls it Mando, so you just say Mando Series 2 for quick slangness on Twitter. Timothy Olyphant, obviously, has joined the cast of the Mandalorian Series 2. It's then also talked about that he could be coming back for a larger role in Series 3, etc. It's now been rumoured, pinch of salt, that he is supposedly going to be donning the Boba Fett bounty hunter suit, armour, costume, what the fuck you want to call it. Now that is interesting, because obviously that then gives a true answer to how Boba Fett survived the Sarlacc's mouth, the Sarlacc pit. Maybe Timothy Olyphant's character found the armour with the skeletal remains of Boba Fett, and he thought, I'll take that on, I'll continue the bounty hunter legacy. Because as we know, the bounty hunter Boba Fett character is going to be getting his own series at some point on Disney+. It was supposed to happen with Josh Trank. Years ago, that then became The Mandalorian, but there's now sparked interest again that the series may happen once more, whether it's a series or a 2-hour TV movie via Disney+. Now, that could help, but that Timothy Olyphant is now the bounty hunter Boba Fett legacy character. I don't know how they'll do it, because obviously we do know that Tamora Morrison, the original bounty hunter, Jango Fett, is taking over the role of Boba Fett, well, adult Boba Fett, because obviously The Mandalorian is set 5 years roughly after Return of the Jedi, and obviously Boba Fett is dead. So if he's alive and well, how? I don't know. But then again, if this explains why he's alive and well, it's because he's not alive and well. It's just the armour that lives on. It's like the Iron Man armour. Everyone said that Tony Stark can die, but the armour can live on. It's true. It can happen with anything, any superhero, any character who has an armour or a secret identity can perish in a blaze of glory, but the suit, the armour, the legacy, the iconic superhero name lives on. Bounty Hunter could live on, Boba Fett's legacy could live on. And that's basically it. So, yeah, may the Force be with us. Live long and prosper and all that shite. Stay safe, stay home, save the NHS, stick in lockdown, don't go out unless you need to. Peace.